Hey guys, and welcome back to ENFP Identity. Today we will be talking about traveling as an ENFP. Hey guys, welcome back to episode 3. I promise I can count. Episode 3 of ENFP Identity. As I said in the intro, we will be talking about traveling as an ENFP. There's a lot of background noise because I'm on my way home. I'm in the airport. I decided, hey, since I'm in the airport, why not do a video about traveling? I was looking for inspiration of what to talk about, and here it is. So sorry for the background noise, but I figured why not be authentic and talk about it while it's something that I am not necessarily dealing with, but going through at the moment. So as an ENFP, what is it like to travel, or how do we handle traveling? First of all, I would like to say that we really enjoy traveling. ENFP, if you ask them, hey, do you want to go on this road trip with me, or do you want to take this flight cross country with me, we'll drop whatever we're doing and we're game to go on a road trip or go fly, anything like that. Our problem a lot of the time is the fact that we don't really plan, or we don't do a very good job of planning. We'll pack some clothes, pack a toothbrush, and be ready to go. We'll buy clothes when we get to our destination. But from a general perspective, we really enjoy traveling. We have the travel bug. What I will say for me, I originally attributed my love of traveling, or my deep set need to travel, as being a military kid, because I get uncomfortable with being in one place for too long. However, I've learned over time that it's probably more to do with me being an ENFP than it does with me being a military kid. I'm sure both of them have some part of what's going on, but after 4 or 5 years, I usually get uncomfortable in whatever environment I'm in. And by uncomfortable, I just mean that I'm ready to leave and go somewhere else, explore a new location. So that's something, if anybody has something different or feel like that they are super comfortable living in one place, not really going outside the box, then, that's fair. I would like to hear if that's where you are with things, but I would say for me personally, and I feel comfortable with saying that a vast majority of ENFPs will look to travel and become uncomfortable with being in one place for too long. So let's get into the details of us traveling. As ENFPs, like I said, we really enjoy traveling. We fantasize about traveling. If we could travel for a living, I'm sure that we would find a way to do that. And you ENFPs that do travel for a living, I'd like to hear your perspective on it. What do you think of the lifestyle of, more or less living out of a suitcase? I'd like to hear your perspective on that. I think it'd be interesting to hear that from you all, because as a college student, my amount of traveling is kind of stuck within the summer months. So I have 3 to 4 months of time where I can travel. And this summer in particular, I've done a lot more traveling than any other time. I went to Ohio, went to California, obviously. I'm in San Fran right now, actually, waiting for my next flight. I did a road trip out to Tampa for a convention. I think I may have mentioned that before. But in general, this summer I've done a lot more traveling, and it's been fulfilling for me. I really enjoyed being able to travel. It brought me a sense of contentment, and more than that, as I said, joy. Like every minute, every second of traveling, I loved it. The little details, all the planning stuff can become a little frustrating. I'm not the greatest packer, but it's, I've kind of, I moved past that. I realized, all right, I need a little bit more time to pack, or I do like I usually do, where I wait until the night before to pack my suitcase. That's what happened this time. Yeah, that's a hard thing to change for me, is not waiting until the last minute to pack, not waiting last minute to put a plan together. Kind of the unfortunate circumstance of this trip, I didn't plan it very well, didn't touch bases with everybody I needed to out here in California. So a lot of the things that I would have liked to do, I, didn't get to do. And don't take it for me saying that I did not enjoy my trip.
Welcome to San Francisco International Airport. Your assistance is requested.
Okay, I get it. I was at the airport. I should expect the overhead intercom to come on. But at this point in time, I really, really was not having it.
By calling 911 on any airport telephone. Thank you for helping keep our airport secure.
Okay. Don't take that to mean that I did not enjoy my trip. It simply means that, I could have did a lot more if I had planned a little bit better, which I think is the downfall for us ENFPs as we travel. We look at, oh man, we're gonna have a joyous time, and may not necessarily plan accordingly. So my advice to you ENFPs, even though I don't take it myself, this is my advice to you. When you go on a trip, try to do at least a little bit of planning as far as what you want to do, people you want to go see or make contact with, locations that you may need people to direct you to. Even if it's as simple as taking a piece of paper or taking your phone and typing in, jotting down, places you want to go, things you want to see. I think if I had done that, I could have taken advantage of being out in California a little bit more than I did. Again, I really enjoyed my trip. I loved every minute of it. I loved seeing the people I did get the chance to see. However, there may have been other things I could have done and used my time a little bit more wisely if I had, put a little bit of itinerary together instead of kind of just free flowing it. That's what we do as ENFPs. We kind of free flow it, and it doesn't always work out the way we want it to, but very rarely does it crash and burn. It just, doesn't work out the way that we want or expect it to. Now, what I can say, I think I could attribute the second thing more to, we talked about social anxiety in the last video, and why we as ENFPs tend to have it in a disproportionate amount. So I Ubered for my first time while I was in California, and it took until my last night there. Last night. So it was my final night there in California. It took until then, which I had already been there for about 5 days. So it took until then for me to actually Uber, because I'm not even going to blame it on anxiety, because it was just more of me being worried or apprehensive. I just don't know. I really didn't know how it would go, and I had a sense of discomfort or uneasiness all on me. I don't know. I felt like I would be awkward. I don't know. Everybody Ubers. I don't know why I was so uncomfortable with the idea of it, but that's neither here nor there. Like I said, it took until then for me to finally Uber, and it cost an outrageous amount, but it got me to my destination, and I kind of wish I would have taken advantage of that a little bit earlier and not sat overthinking the process of it, because I downloaded like Uber, Lyft, and the public transportation apps because I was overthinking everything. But anyway, I finally got through that, and I made super good conversation with my two drivers. My extroverted personality came out once I was actually in the car and got past the awkward stage of things. Made great conversation. They were great people. Enjoyed the ride, I guess. California's a beautiful place, so I enjoyed the ride to and from my destinations. Just my another advice to you: don't let the awkwardness that you think is going to be there stop you from doing what you feel like you should do, or attacking the general population, or however you want to phrase that. I don't really know the best words. I'm a little bit tired, guys. Sorry, excuse me, but just, don't let your awkwardness or even social anxiety keep you from going out and doing what you want to do. Don't let anything like that stop you. Now let's see. Talk about the travel home. Or no, before we get to that, let's talk about spending time by yourself when you're traveling. As an ENFP, a lot of time we look forward to traveling with other people, which there's nothing wrong with. I encourage you to go on trips with other people. I think it helps to not only establish a closer relationship with that person or those people, but it helps to keep you busy and constantly fuel ideas of things for you to do. I think when you're on a trip alone, especially in a place where you don't really know anybody and you're unfamiliar with the area, you kind of...
Again with the overhead intercom. I get it, I'm at an airport, but at this point, I'm just completely done with it. You see that face? That's a face of someone who has completely given up. Maybe I'm being a little bit dramatic. I don't know. But look at the face. I am so done with this situation.
When you go out your own, you tend to not explore as much as you would if you were with at least one other person that you were close with or friends with, or who knew the area. So that's another thing. As an ENFP, going out alone, don't let the fact that you're alone and don't really know the area well stop you from exploring. Obviously, be safe while you're out there. Be careful, be wary, all that good stuff. But from a general perspective, don't let the fact of you being unfamiliar with the area stop you from going out, having a good time. Because I think that's another thing that hindered me, was I was unfamiliar with the area, so I went out not as much as I would have if I was with people that I knew a little bit better. If I was with friends of mine, we probably would have just been going out, having a good time, going to beaches, going out to eat, things like that. Having a good time without feeling uncomfortable, I guess, or feeling apprehensive. So when you go out, when you travel, I will say that us ENFPs tend to, if we're solo, not put ourselves out there as much as we would in another situation. So now that I'm past that, what I'll talk about is the flight home. Listen, if you see someone that you feel like you could spark conversation with, do it. I was on the plane and there was a gentleman sitting next to me reading Harry Potter. I ended up striking up a conversation with him, and we spoke for like an hour during the flight about Harry Potter and all that other stuff. It was super cool. It was super nice because most of the time when I get on a plane, I have in my headphones, don't really talk to anybody. Again, my social anxiety kicks in. I don't want to say the wrong thing or come across the wrong way towards this person that I'm literally strapped next to for an hour plus. But don't let that stop you from, having a nice conversation. Like I said, we talked about Harry Potter and and a bunch of other stuff for a solid hour, and it was cool. And if I had not tapped into my extroverted and intuitive and all that side, I would have just, sat there with my headphones in like usual, and it would have just been business as usual. Instead, I talked, we had a conversation, and I can actually say I enjoyed the flight more than just, oh, it was a good flight. It was a great flight because I was able to find something to talk to him about. I was able to connect with someone, may not have been deep, it was just kind of surface, but I enjoyed talking to him, which is nice. Like I said, most of the time when I fly, having my headphones, don't really talk to my neighbors, just kind of keep it moving. Alrighty guys, that was episode 3, travel as an ENFP. I hope I covered it. I feel like I may have been rambling a little bit, talking more about my experience than anything else. But hopefully, you can connect or, with my experience if this video just kind of didn't relate at all. Let me know. I hope it did though. Like I said, I'm kind of tired, guys, and I do apologize for that. Again, if you want to contact me, remember, you can comment down below, hit me up on Instagram, Twitter, get in the comments. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, all that good stuff. A lot of YouTubers say that. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, comment. Yeah. All right, guys, you have a good morning, evening, afternoon. Hopefully y'all are doing well. I'll catch y'all next time.